How's it going, guys? My name is Marty. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you've watched any of my previous videos, you know I like guitars, you know I do guitar covers, that sort of thing. I wanted to do a quick video talking about Nick Johnston's recent Schecter guitars announcement. It's actually one that I've known about for a short period of time, just through talking to Nick on Instagram. He's very cool that way, that he sort of replies to most comments or DMs actually. He has been working with Schecter for 10 years now, so they've had a number of collaborations together, from a couple of beautiful USA custom shop super strats essentially, or traditional strats, and then they had a more affordable series come out. And they've had various iterations of these guitars over the last 10 years, and they've done really well. I've owned one of the cheaper models. I owned one of the Shell Pink or Atomic Pink ones, the Korean made guitars, and it was phenomenal. It was a great guitar, one I still wish I had. I currently have one of his older USA models, and it's a phenomenal guitar as well. I really need to play it more. The exciting thing here is they've sort of bridged the gap. This is kind of like a mid-tier guitar now, so they've decided to make a guitar that's right down the middle. So from my understanding, it's all the USA parts, pickups, things like that there. The wangy neck, which is a real nice aspect of the really expensive guitar. USA Schecter custom shop pickups. I think it has the hip shot locking tuners and the Schecter USA fulcrum trim. I'm just gonna have a wee look at the specs here now. Nick Johnston celebrates 1 decade with Schecter with brand new signature model. The Nick Johnston traditional HSS 10th anniversary model features a wangy neck paired with a smooth ebony fretboard, a 14-inch radius, and 22 jumbo stainless steel frets. That's cool because I don't even think his USA models had stainless steel frets, but obviously this is a very popular high-end feature nowadays, so that's cool to see. The neck carve is Nick Johnston's own C profile for comfortable grip that won't fight back. Locked-in Schecter Nova tuners, I don't know how to pronounce that. So they're not using the hip shot locking tuners, but the Schecter locking tuners I'm sure are fine. I don't know what that word is, though. That's interesting. A Graphtec XL black tusk nut ensures tuning stability. Graphtec are a great brand. They're usually on a lot of high-end guitars, so very high quality nut. And a 2-way adjustable truss rod with spoke wheel access that makes setup tweaks fast and easy. Yeah, so it's great to see as well. Something that's been on his older guitars, so you don't have to loosen the strings or take off a truss rod cover to adjust your guitar's neck. The Nick Johnston Traditional offers up an older body alongside chrome hardware, and of course Johnston's signature pickups. That's cool. The new model comes loaded with Schecter USA Nick Johnston subatomic pickups, 2 vintage voiced single coils in the neck and middle, and a chrome covered humbucker at the bridge. The humbucker comes with a push-pull coil split function, giving you access to everything from glassy strat tones to full-blown rock distortions. So that's cool. The Nick Johnston signature models that I have owned have had the single coil setups, so much more traditional strat tones, and they were high output pickups obviously, but like single coil versions, so it's cool to see the HSS or SSH, whatever way around it is. Get the Nick Johnston Traditional 10th anniversary here for $1,200 in atomic violet, atomic saffron, and atomic green finishes. So yeah, that's obviously the US dollar pricing. I imagine it's going to be the same in the UK, so around £1,200, Great British pounds. Euros, I don't know, 1,500 maybe. The colors are cool. So atomic violet, that I love purple, and I have a purple guitar and I love it to bits. I have a purple car. It's a bit silly at this stage, but I've always loved the color purple. If I end up with one of these, it's going to be atomic violet. I think that looks incredible, and he's actually said himself it's his favorite. Atomic saffron, yeah, which is, kind of like a gold sparkle, and then atomic green. So obviously atomic green is a bit of a callback to the original signature model, which was very popular, and it's a very popular color for his guitars, obviously. The atomic violet and atomic saffron seem to have a really nice sort of metallic flake to them, like a sparkle. So that's really cool to see. I love the ring inlays on the fretboard. So it's obviously a more affordable guitar compared to the USA custom shop models, but it looks really high end, it looks really expensive, and I think that just comes down to the specs they're putting on it. But also the wangy neck looks amazing. That's, you know, a real iconic feature of these guitars. It looks really exotic. You know, it makes me think PRS private stock, things like that there, when you see that really dark brown porous wood, you know, compared to like a maple fretboard and maple neck, or even a roasted maple neck is now looking a little more common. Just having a look on Sweetwater here, because they have the guitars actually listed at the moment, so I just want to check if there's anything else I need. So this is talking about the tremolo system and locking tuners. The Nick Johnston traditional 10th anniversary received a hardware overhaul, opting to include the Schecter Nuevo tremolo system and locking tuners. Okay, so it's going to have a different tremolo and locking tuner setup compared to the USA models, but that still sounds very good. Lightweight resonant alder body, wangy neck, ebony fretboard, 22 jumbo stainless steel frets, Graphtec nut. Schecter USA signature Nick Johnston pickups include 2 single coils and a bridge mounted humbucker. It's got a 5-way pickup selector, which you would expect with a guitar in this sort of setup. Master volume has a push-pull on it for split tones. And how many tones does it have? It has a 1 tone knob. That purple looks amazing. It looks really good. The seafoam green looks really good as well. You know, you look at it right away and it looks like a USA custom shop guitar, you know, compared to the Diamond series, which was the more affordable guitar, and it was still, you know, incredible. But just when you see that dark wangy neck, and the ring inlays, it looks really expensive. It's worth mentioning price difference here. So the more affordable Schecter Nick Johnston, which I'm assuming they're going to keep in the line, in the UK retails for £900, expecting a difference of about £300-400 there, and that really comes down to the pickups, the updated hardware, the new colors, and the wangy neck. All things considered, that's actually quite reasonable, those upgrades for that cost. I want to see if I can get a photo of this gold. The atomic saffron looks amazing. Yeah, it's just a really classy, like, gold sparkle, like a gold with a metallic flake in it. It looks really nice, especially with the chrome hardware. That sort of mint colored pickguard. Yeah, that looks incredible. Again, it looks very expensive. I'd say out of the 3, the atomic violet, the purple one, and the gold one, both look really expensive. They just look like the USA guitars. Just the combination of this sort of it being a darker color, so to speak, that looks amazing. I'm sure these will do very well. It's getting to the point now where guitars around that sort of £1,000 mark, or a little above or a little below, are kind of deemed the more desirable, and they seem to be doing best, you know, in terms of sales. People seem way more willing to sit in that sort of mid territory, you know, rather than paying $2-3 grand for a USA custom shop level guitar, or, you know, a sub £500 guitar, that sort of thing. People seem to be aiming for that midpoint. Guitar manufacturers now, I've noticed that, so they're trying to make these incredible guitars in that sort of price range, and it makes it way more attractive. All in, just a quick run through the specs. Wangy neck, stainless steel frets, ring inlays, ebony fretboard, the 2 single coils with a humbucker in the bridge, so SSH or HSS, can't remember. HSS, I think, is the correct way to say it. It's got updated locking tuners and a tremolo system. Don't know how to pronounce it. Noveo or something, it looks like that. When I was talking to Nick on Instagram, he had mentioned that the idea behind the guitars was all USA hardware and specs, and then the bodies are sort of constructed in Korea. You know, Diamond series. I think that's the idea behind it. I'm guessing they can save some money having the guitar bodies, you know, done in one of the cheaper facilities, and then have all the USA hardware implemented into the design. You can also find footage of Nick playing live with these guitars, because he's actually been playing with Macedon recently, which is really cool. He's been filling in on the current tour, and I don't really know much of Macedon, but the guitar solos are crazy. But you can see these prototypes in his rig, which is really cool. So no doubt there'll be a rig rundown video soon where he discusses this and mentions that they're prototypes. Yeah, really cool guitars. What do you think? Which one is your favorite color? Are you a Nick Johnston fan? What do you think this compared to like a Strat? or something like that. I'd love to know. If you like this sort of video, please like, subscribe, share, all that sort of stuff. I'm gonna try and do more of these, as well as guitar covers and things like that. I'm really excited about these guitars in particular, and you know, in the future might end up with one, we'll see. But I'm surprised how much I like the gold one, if I'm honest. Yeah, it's really nice. But the purple also looks insane. Weirdly, I think the gold one looks the best to me, which I did not expect. But yeah, looks incredible. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.